Support from today's show comes from Incorporate. Incorporate's a site where, surprise, you can incorporate a business. Use the link in the show notes, thebiggamehunter.us/incorporate. And they are a fairly priced firm. After all, if you're starting a business, or you have a friend who's going to start a business, or a member of your family that's starting a business, you got to do it the legal way. Incorporate will do it for you. And with that, we'll be back in just one moment. Episode 2219 of the number one podcast and Apple Podcast for job search. This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Saturday was a very sad day for me. I was in New York when 9/11 occurred, and I'm not there any longer, but there are a lot of memories I have of that day that all got activated Saturday. Shared some notes online with people about my experiences that day, and for a few weeks thereafter. Like I said, very sad day for me, and obviously a lot worse for many other people. So if you're one of those folks, my heart is with you. If you lost friends or family that day, blessings to you. You've been carrying a load with you for a long time. Today's show is one where I talk about the 4 parts of a cover letter and whether or not you should send an unsolicited cover letter to a major company. Hope you find the show helpful. Hope you give it an honest review wherever you listen to it, and we'll be back in just one moment. Today's show is brought to you by Fiverr. Fiverr is a service where, frankly, you can outsource a lot of tasks to someone else and have them do it very inexpensively. If you've ever watched or observed the show notes, not the show notes, but the transcriptions for this show, what you'll see is work that's been done by someone I've hired on Fiverr. I've also had editing for my books done on Fiverr. I've had a variety of different functions done there, and I've done it for years. It saves a lot of time. It's very inexpensive, and I'll just simply say, use the link in the show notes. It helps support the advertiser and lets them know that this show has meaning for you. And with that, we'll be back in just one moment. What are the 4 major points of a cover letter? Should you write an unsolicited cover letter offering your services for a multinational company? So I don't know what this person does. I have no idea whether they're white collar, blue collar, no collar, whether they're a lawn keeper, or they're a developer or a nurse, to use that example. Here's what I see are the major parts of a cover letter. Number 1, it connects to something. And the something is, it can be a job that you're networking to. It can be a reference, and this is the preferable one. You're referred by someone. And thus, that's the opening to it. Number 2 is your resume calls attention to how your background fits what you understand they're looking for. Number 3, you close it out by telling them, you appreciate them reviewing it and your resume, and you'll follow up on it in 2 days' time. I see 3 parts. 4, it seems arbitrary. To me, it's only 3 because the resume is the sales tool. The cover letter is the appetizer. And if you're uploading a resume to an applicant tracking system, make page 1 of the resume the cover letter, and keyword stuff it with what you understand it is they're looking for in terms of requirements of the position and functionality, and indicate how long and how recently you've performed it. And part 2 of the question was, write an unsolicited cover letter offering your services to a multinational company. That's spam. And no one wants to be spammed. What they want to do is how what you offer fits their need. Otherwise, what you're doing is garbage. And I know when I did search, I would walk in on a Monday morning to 200 resumes. 200 resumes on a Monday morning. And at most, two vaguely fit what I was looking for. Everything else was junk, and it stole my time. You don't want to antagonize people and overwhelm them with garbage. It's a waste of your time and theirs. So a cover letter is not going to get you an interview. A resume may, if it makes the case for why you could help solve one of their problems. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few things I can do to help you with your job search beyond simply being your coach. First of all, I've got a new book out called The Right Answers to Tough Interview Questions. It is like a cookbook with answers to tons of interview questions that you're going to be asked on interviews. And if you pair it up with my other new book, The Ultimate Job Interview Framework, they are a terrific pair of books to help you with interviewing. In addition, I have a new service where you can practice mock interviews. If you go to thebiggameHunter.us/mock, I've got a service there, very inexpensive, like $99, where we have mock interviews set up. I'm going to be adding more to it very soon, but you can record your answers to them, and then I can critique them and help you perform better on them. You probably have noticed my show notes are pretty thorough with products and services that can help you with your search. And connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. Lastly, my website has a ton of great information. That's thebiggamehunter.us. Now, if you're not ready to go there and go through the blog, put the address in your phone, thebiggamehunter.us, Jeff Altman. So this way, when you're ready to go, you have a way of getting back to my website. Hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great!